Hello, my name is David Lance, and I'm the author of the book Think Like Jesus, Lead Like Moses, Leadership Lessons from the Wilderness Crucible. At the end of Moses' life, he gives a sermon in Deuteronomy to the people of Israel about the things that they needed to know as they prepared to enter the promised land, to possess the land that God had given them. He talks to them about the blessings and the curses, that they must follow God, and as long as they do that, they will receive his blessings. But if they ever stray from God and follow after other idols and things of that nature, they will then reap the curses. There's one particular passage in Deuteronomy 29, verses 1 to 15, where Moses is talking to the people of Israel and kind of giving him his farewell address. And in verses 14 and 15, he says something that I find to be very profound. Reading from the New Living Translation, it says, "But you are not the only ones with whom the Lord is making this covenant with its obligations. The Lord your God is making this covenant with you who stand in his presence today, and also with all future generations of Israel." You see, Moses understood that God's covenant was not just with those people for that day, for that period in time, for that particular work, but rather it was with God's people as a covenant relationship for generations, down through the ages, down to our day even, as we as children of Abraham through the blood of Jesus Christ are brought into that line of people that God planned to pour out his Spirit upon. And so one of the things that we see there in Deuteronomy is that since then, no prophet has arisen like Moses, who spoke with God face to face. You see, Moses was so esteemed because people saw in him a life of genuineness, demonstrating a true sense that he really cared about the people he led. Well, there's a movie that is a bit controversial, but I think has a great message towards the end of the movie. It's called 300. It's about the Spartans who stood at the battle of a place called Thermopylae against the invading Persian army. The king of Sparta was a guy by the name of Leonidas, and he took 300 crack troops from Sparta to stand against the Persians. More wouldn't go with him because that was the time that the Spartans were honoring the gods, and the Council of Elders would not allow any more soldiers to go with them to stand and fight. But history records that they basically stood there against all odds with some other Greeks from some of the other city-states. But they basically said to those who passed by, see here that by Spartan law, we 300 Spartans lie. Well, it set up a rallying cry throughout the Greek nation. And so Greeks from all the various city-states came together under Spartan command to stand against the invading army of Persians, which some people estimate was in the neighborhood of 500,000 soldiers. And they prevailed in that battle in terms of preventing the invasion of the Persians. And so that's one of the things that we see time and again, how leaders stand bravely, sacrificing all that they have to inspire a nation to do great things. And so we see here that Moses, through God's authority, inspires the children of Israel to go into the promised land and possess it. We began this study of 10 lessons on the life of Moses, talking about the first ingredient of a godly leader being that of courage. And we end here by saying that the godly leader imparts courage to his followers, trusting that God will provide so that they may accomplish the vision that God has given them. And so the 10th and final principle of being a godly leader is this: live a life of genuineness, demonstrating a true sense of empathy and understanding for your followers, inspiring them to act courageously as they pursue a vision to enter the promised land. Well, I hope you've enjoyed these 10 lessons on being a godly leader. And I hope you'll email me at dlance, L-A-N-T-Z, dlance, at wisejargon.com. If you do, be sure to ask for a publication that I call simply Going to the Other Side of the Hill, talking about painting a vision for going to the other side of the hill and the things that need to happen in order to lead your people to the next level. Thanks so much, and God bless.